Hey, how y'all doing today? We're back for another installment of the wonderful Exile videos. Today, I'm bringing in a really dear friend of mine, Ross McGaughan. He is actually the chief of police here in Heflin.
Hey y'all, I'm Ross.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I had to. Sorry.
Oh man. But as y'all know, we got Amber. And we also have Miss Kendall down there. Kendall was being an ass and we didn't want to be in the video today, but we forced her to. So
we're all being asses at some point this week.
Pretty
just
much.
So everybody knows.
Well, it's cold and
I've been nice.
I hate the cold. And
I'm kind of
if I haven't told
he's
you,
been the biggest asshole.
He is a douchewah.
It's fucking cold. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just tired of the cold. But other than that, man, what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about some guns. We're going to talk about ammo. And my dude here, he literally like, no, bring that over here. That's a real man's ammo.
Yes,
Oh, hang on. Where's the 22 at?
So, but man, he is really good with ammo, and he's worked with a bunch of really high-end ammo companies as far as, you know, when they were developing certain rounds and all that stuff. I don't know how deep you want to get in on that, but that being said, his whole life, him and his father have reloaded, you know, and we're going to give you an opinion on it. It's not saying that we're right. It's not saying that we're wrong. It's just what we do around here, and if it helps you out a little bit, it gives you a little bit more visual on what ammo offers for you. Where do you want to start today? Oh yeah, if you fuck around in Heflin, he's coming. And I promise you, y'all better not screw around. All right?
Oh,
Just want to throw that out there.
First order of business, the website. We're still getting a lot of calls on that, y'all. We can't.
I just met with a dude tonight.
I lied.
He's coming in here. He's actually got to come back and pick up guns because he bought a bunch of guns. He's coming in here to get us set up on an inventory set up so that we can do. We're working on it. That's about as good as we got. We're working on it.
Oh, surprise.
I'm just, man, you
Somebody
know,
asked
dude, you know how I am. I'm
something
fucking old school. I don't, I mean, like working this damn phone.
My hands are not a matter of opinion. They are old and crippled because of the writing. He doesn't care about a POF system.
A POF system?
Yes. BB.
It's a POS.
Whatever.
Point of sale. Or piece of shit.
Piece of shit. You
What I'm
told
rolling.
it right there.
So, all right, where are we starting at today? I think Kendall wants to start today. Kendall, what you got for me?
Tequila.
One purse.
Do you have a purse class?
We got 37 different purses
That's
over
my
there. You got-
favorite.
This is a pretty one.
Look, it has
One.
tassels.
I love it. This is my
Guys,
favorite
your
one,
ladies
actually.
want these for Valentine's Day and the guns that go in them. I want
Haley,
this.
go grab me the rest of these purses real quick, especially the one that Ross carries.
This is
If you'll
actually
make-
kind
you'll
of
make
just
right?
like the one that I
Yeah.
carried.
Look, it's got tassels. It's cute.
Ross is the Walt Longmire
Can we
of
put a full
Heflin.
size gun in there? Hang on, I'm on your
Gra-
box.
grab
He
the
didn't hear me,
purses,
did he?
I did,
Thank
and
you.
you know, it's funny you say that because I've been on a lever gun kick here lately.
This is
Walking
my
on my
HK.
carries
I want
a,
to see if it'll
So,
fit in this little
I
bag.
actually want to
It
address
will
that
not.
too and fix to start a trend. but
Not
we'll
full
get into that
size,
in a minute.
everybody.
What are you doing?
I wanted to see if my gun would fit in this bag.
Did it?
No.
It's more so.
I'm gonna have to buy a smaller gun to carry in the bag.
Hey, let's go. Chop, chop. We ain't got time. Ross was late, so it didn't help us any.
I was late, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
You're supposed to bring the I was
That
late
was for
tequila.
Zach.
You forgot.
I give these to her, not to me.
You get to pass them down and show them
I
everybody.
don't.
Haley doesn't
That
want
one
to get in
has
the
the
camera.
beachy feel with the stripe.
Listen, I'm
This is
not.
Ross's.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when we like started bringing, I didn't want to bring in purses. I'm like, this is a gun store, man, and it was
He's
just
mad
weird.
because he can't find any to match his ugly shoes.
But I'll be honest with you, man. We sell a lot of purses.
Your ladies want these for Valentine's
Dude,
Day.
there's some dudes that do too. So I mean, hey,
Get
if
her
you're
a purse
if
for
you're-
my birthday.
if
Tell
you're
her
a
this
dude
is
that
Amber's
wants a
birthday
purse-
present to you.
come on in. We're good like that. We got you.
What is it on the old TV show? He's like, it's not a purse, it's a satchel.
A satchel.
It's a satchel.
That's what
Yeah.
they
Satchel.
say.
Man, there's been a lot of people with purses that you would not expect to be wearing purses.
They're
really.
satchels, bitch.
I don't care what they are.
Satchel.
They are. But anyways, we got purses. You want to tell them about purses?
Yes. So we have all different kind. We got the crossbody purses, the satchel.
It's a what?
I've got the word satchel.
Wait,
stuck
no.
right there.
Wait, what is it?
It's an arm one. What do they call it?
A tote. A
Yes.
carry. Yeah.
Something.
Tote.
I don't do bags.
Welcome to Alabama. We have no idea what the hell we're selling.
It's a purse.
We're selling purses.
Literally.
It makes me think of the
I
beach.
think this is actually Miss Crystal's favorite.
That's
they come in
cute.
blue also.
You need to look at it in a different perspective. The question is, how many beers could you put in there to go to the beach?
A bunch. Yes.
A case.
You can put a bottle of tequila in there, some beers. We got you.
And we got the black one, just the regular. And these are all Bulldog brand, I think.
But they're concealed carry purses, so
Yes,
you
they are.
can put your dang gat in there and you're good to go.
Just to kind of spell it out for them so they know, for the ones that don't, like the concealed carry purses, there are spots inside here to where you can put it. And this one, like the strap's actually pretty heavy duty. And the only reason I know this is because I went through this with my mom and my wife. Some of these,
We have purses and they weigh 55 pounds.
Some of them have the steel belts that run through them too.
I think
these are all for the. I'm a firearms instructor too, an FBI certified firearms instructor. As far as weapons retention, the straps on these, especially that one's real heavy duty for weapons retention. You don't want somebody to be able to snatch it off. This is it appears to be real tough leather. This is
It is.
so.
This is why we brought Ross on.
It gets technical where we are not politically correct.
Hey,
Some of
and-
them do have the cables. that
They
go
do,
through that-
yes. And
steel
they
cables.
have holsters that are inside the,
I'm not trying to steal your thunder.
No,
Kendall.
you got it right.
trust
This
me.
is actually Velcro.
That's
It
the
is.
best Velcro in the world. Good luck with that.
If I'm correct, they are left or right. Yeah,
Yep,
and they
each
hold a vast majority of guns.
Not my BP9.
Left
This
or right-handed?
one, this one does. You can
Yes.
access it left or right-handed, and this is Velcro on both sides, so you can.
Money. Man, at the end of the day, I still want you to
Sorry.
carry on your person. I mean, because if I grab a hold of you, you ain't getting in your purse to get your gun. You know what I mean?
No, you getting popped
You
if
can
you grab
actually
me.
shoot through the purse.
Yes, if you can
Yeah,
access
shoot
your
through the
gun,
purse.
you can. At least one round.
If I grab a hold of you,
Okay,
what,
give me
what
that
are you
purse.
getting to? I am not grabbing a hold of you.
All right, give me a little gun because I got my big gun.
Now, some of this
Can
is
I
all
have
about
that?
situational awareness. If
Actually,
you're
I'll
walking
use
through
this.
the parking lot, maybe
Thank
you already
you,
have
Ross.
your hand on your gun. Something happens. Now, with a
Look,
semi-auto, it's
you
probably
grab
going to jam on
me
it first
and my
time.
arms are in front of me. I can still pop you from here.
If it's on your waist, again,
It's on your side. He grabs you. You pop him from the purse.
it's all opinion based. I always want you to carry
Pop
on
it
your
from the purse.
person just so
Okay.
that you, again, even if I got your arms pinned down, you can still reach at your waist point and shoot and eliminate the threat. And that's what I'm in business to do. I eliminate the threat. If I snag your purse, I don't got your purse and your gun.
Realistically, he makes a good point. If it's on your person, you're probably going to be able to get to it easier. If it's in your purse, it's going to be harder to get to. But at least you have it. It's
No,
not,
I agree with that.
It's not in
I
the
do.
center console. It's not in the dash or anything, because not all women, my wife included, a lot of times be like, "Hey, where's your gun at?" It's in the center console.
Does no good there.
But if
I'm the
if you at
world's
least
worst.
have
I've
it, that
gotten
is something.
complacent. I'm bad.
No, and I agree. And you know, I get it's even that safety debate to where some women think they want safeties or even guys do. I am probably against. Hey, y'all want to talk about carry guns? That's my carry gun. It looks like it's been through wherever. I don't have a safety, and the reason being is in a panic situation, you're going to revert to your least amount of training. He'll tell you, being an FBI instructor, and if the least thinking I have to do is pull the trigger, gun goes bang. A lot of times people don't think to drop that trigger or the safety, and the gun never goes bang, and then you're just praying to Jesus for the gun to go off. So
There's a couple different things there. You've got something called Hicks law, where if you have too many options, you will stall. You won't know what to do. There's also something called an OODA loop, OODA, observe, orient, decide, and act. And everybody does this during everything they do. Sometimes it is stalled out, but by the time you decide, your brain goes to that action. It could be too late. Keep it simple. But
I totally agree. And it's just so. But at the end of the day, it's like you said a little bit ago. If you are comfortable carrying a gun in that purse, and that's how you want to carry it, man, you are a free American.
women
That's how you carry it.
tend to, they want to carry it in their purse or something. Like for me, it doesn't bother me if I look bigger or
It's not
lumpier.
as assertive.
Women's
with
clothing
women.
is different. A lot of it is more form-fitting, and they don't want that bulge.
Dude, if you knew how
Imprinting.
many chicks will pull out of North American arms out of their tits, dude, like
If I had the titties, hell yeah, I would.
Like what? Who just hides a gun in their
That's where I
tits?
keep mine.
I would in a heartbeat, man. Let's see.
So,
Can we fit this in your tits? It will not fit in mine.
I don't know if that's gonna go over well. Maybe on our OnlyFans, but
See, I'm helping.
hey, I sear coated that gun like
Leave it
25 million years ago. And you have
That's-
destroyed
That's from the
that.
drag strip. Leave it be. That popped the bar under my Camaro.
What the?
You gotta fix that. You missed a spot right there. Right
Yeah,
there where
I
it's chipped, you missed a spot right there.
I see that. I see that. All right, what are we gonna jump into here? Anybody got anything crazy? Carry guns. What do you carry?
I personally carry the XDS Springfield. Mine is actually in a 40, but this one is a 9.
The only person that didn't bring their gun in today, it's in the car. It's the best place for it.
It is in the car.
I mean, what if somebody gets stupid in here? Who's gonna put them down?
You?
There's guns everywhere in here.
Yeah, plug it.
Unloaded
We're gonna
guns.
no,
They're
bitch.
I got you.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, I have loaded guns throughout the store, and we know which ones they are
It's
and aren't.
important
But
though. I mean, people are crazy.
dude, hey, and I want you to carry in my store. I mean, there's a lot of people.
Wait, time out. We want you to carry, not draw.
Yeah, just don't unholster. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I see people all the time. They roll up in here with an empty holster, and I'm like, man, people get wild. You might have to put somebody down, you know. And I mean, I would hope that you would protect my family or my customers, etc. So,
My dad was always ready. I don't know if y'all ever knew my dad. He knew my dad. My dad carried a full-size
Your
Glock
dad was
41,
great.
45, unholstered in the front pocket of his overalls.
Yep.
dude, I miss that dude more than you will ever know.
He was a big man, and that's something like we were talking about a minute ago. Like for me, I'm nearly 300 pounds. An extra little bulge on my side. Of course, most of my shirts are kind of baggy anyways. You're not going to see it. My dad was a big man. He had big pockets in his overalls. He carried a full, like I've got the gun now. It's a full-size Glock. He kept it in the front
Talking
pocket
about
of his
the 35,
overalls.
right?
41.
No, it's a 41. It's
So 41, that's
41.
right. I forgot about that. It was a 41.
I carry a
Which
BB
is
gun.
also like one of my carry guns now. Like I
You
don't,
carry that on duty sometimes, right?
yeah, I actually got sworn in with that on my side because it was my dad's. But
That's
I carry,
what's up.
I carry a full size Glock 19 and a full size 41.
Man, speaking of that, today's the 1 year that my father died today.
Really?
Isn't that some shit? But, yeah, it's life. It happens. What do you carry?
BB9 every day, y'all. If you see me at Walmart, the Dollar General, the farmers market, I have a gun on me at all times. It doesn't matter. I'm awful.
Just curiosity killed the cat. Is that the gun that gave the dog a manicure?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. That one is it.
This joker.
No. I lied. It's the Pig 30. It wasn't this one, I think.
This
One of the two.
dumbass is getting attacked by a dog, shoots it in the
I
fucking
love
toenail.
animals. I can't help it. I panic. That goes back to the safety thing, bitch.
Shoots it in
If
the
I would have had
fucking
a safety,
toenail.
it would have bit me.
Calhoun County shows up to do a report, and this
I
motherfucking
shot it in
dog
the
is
leg,
like,
in the
you took
foot."
a little too much off the right hand.
I can't help it. I love animals. People are different.
Yeah, I hear you. What's that?
No,
Just that people are different.
the BP9 is my go-to, y'all. If I'm going anywhere on vacation, that's the first gun. In my bug-out bag, my BP9 or my P30L are always there. Your gun is dirtier than mine, which is awesome. My gun is horrible.
That was what we used to do in Nintendo games back in the day.
It was.
Mine also has a little bitty chip right here, so that's how I know it's mine. It's perfect.
Yeah, dude, mine gun looks like shit. I
Yours
don't
looks
use
like
I don't use
horrible shit.
I don't use a holster.
Yeah, you can tell.
I literally throw this in my pocket.
Oh, ladies, if you want to carry, come find me or Miss T. We're going to help you find some holsters because we've got some really good options in stock too. Or guys.
But hey, this is a SIG 365. Now, y'all know I'm a diehard Springfield guy, but this little joker right here, man, I'll tell you, and Ross will tell you, I am horrible. I work a lot, so I don't get to shoot a lot. So when I do shoot, I have to have a gun that compensates for my shitty ass not shooting.
Isn't that
so
what it's compensating for?
that's what it is. So, man, the 365, I got that gun in used, and we test fired it, make sure everything was good, and I shot it so good that it never left. I mean, it's been with me ever since. So, puts 10 round. I got the 10 round mags in it to keep nice and small. You can put 12s or 15s, but man, that's got a good trigger and just runs really good.
Oh, I promise y'all, I'm not on drugs. I cannot sit still. It's not very good for me to have to sit
It's
on a
all those
stool.
energy drinks.
I can't help it. I can't.
Shit.
I cannot sit still. Y'all have no idea how hard this is for me.
We may have been drinking before the video too. I'm not going to say we did.
I'm not supposed to be drinking. Shut up.
Okay, we did not drink before the video then. So, but no, just kidding. We not. I know her husband gives her shit that he thinks that she's up here drinking, so we just did that to fuck with him. But
Tequila is my favorite, everybody, just so you know.
anyway, I say let's break into the damn caliber debate.
30-06.
Fuck that.
Fuck you, you old fucker.
Why would you buy a 30-06?
Because I love that love tap. Because I love that love tap. No.
Thank you. 308 is
Love
the best.
tap. It's how
I
they
love an
show
06 too.
appreciation.
You love an 06, dude?
Yes.
The only 06 I love is my Garand.
It's because he's old and he can't handle the recoil because he's a punk bitch.
For what it's worth, I own more 308s unless my wife is
You
watching,
don't agree
in
with
which case
him?
I do not.
We do not.
We don't even know him. I honestly.
He's just some stranger we picked up off the street.
So, dude, honestly, where we live, like if you get shots, I'll even extend it out 200 yards. Would you go in?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places you can. We're in North Alabama. It's more mountainous. We're in the foothills of the Appalachians. So yeah, you can get, like where I'm at on my hunting club, we have gas line right-of-ways, power line right-of-ways. You can theoretically stretch them out. Generally speaking, 200 yards. So you'll hear people all the time, oh, you know, I shot it was 400 yards. Most people have never taken.
They're
400
measuring in
yard shot.
man inches, not
So-
not real inches.
Realistically, 200 yards is going to be great.
308 is perfect. My 30-06 come from my papa, so I hunt with
I'm
it.
trying to see what all you've got here.
Yeah, but see, you have pretty much
this
every
one.
single one of those.
Yeah.
You have every round in there.
And
You know?
this is the thing, like most guys go home and watch football games, or they like tools and they work on cars or something. I don't. I like guns. Until I got married, I'd watched one football game my whole life. I like guns. I make my own bullets. I call it my beat laboratory. Like on Step Brothers, I go in my reloading room, and that's my thing.
Dude, like he literally has his kids like helping him reload ammo. I mean,
That's
but
cool as hell, though.
dude, but his kids are going to be able to survive when the shit hits the
Every-
fan.
Well, my
so-
kid and my husband are too squirrely. We're
I
gonna
will say
blow some
this.
shit up.
Every caliber, every cartridge has a purpose. Some are better than others, and
Yep.
it's kind of like the old saying, you know, if we all judged people on, like, if you judge a turtle on its ability to climb a tree, he's going to think he sucks at life. Some of them are better than others, and I think that's why I wanted to come up here and do this when you said it too, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I hope that this turns out to be big, like Iraq veteran 8888 or
Demolition
45,
range.
and that way I can tell people, it's like, man, I was on that since they started.
Hell yeah.
But within the last couple of years, there's been a ton of new gun owners that may
Yes.
not understand bullets. Guns shoot bullets, and there's some bullets, and I've got some.
Well,
And
see, you know, things that drive me crazy is people will roll up in here, and again, never been hunting before. Their friend's gonna take them hunting, and they're like, "We need a 7 mag," and I'm like,
No.
"No,
Right.
you don't." I mean, and a 7 mag has its place, but I'll be honest with you, in Alabama, you're just gonna destroy meat. It's not gonna do anything
Now,
for you.
Wyoming or Colorado, which we have a lot of viewers from.
Yeah,
Yes.
but again, it's
I'm gonna visit
this
there
is
one day.
this is our opinion on our area, and it is not to say that we're right or we're wrong. And your area may predict. I'm, you know, I'll probably piss off a lot of people right here. I'm not a big 6.5 Creedmoor fan.
Ross is.
He is, and I'll be honest with you, he has shot with the Creedmoor people while they were developing that round, and has a ton of knowledge on
not
it.
while they were developing, but after. One of the ones responsible for development of that round, I'm friends with, and I will probably always own a 6.5 Creedmoor because of that. You actually sold me my first Creedmoor though, and I
Ruger.
remember when it came out.
Don't give him credit for that. That was
No, he
me.
did. He came
I'm
in.
Kidding, I'm kidding.
One of the Ruger American Predators. I remember when it came out. and-
Well, and the funny fact about that is these jokers are rolling out with damn $3,000-$4,000 guns, and
Yes.
you're rolling out with a damn Ruger American and shooting right there with it.
which
if
are
not better
great
than that.
guns,
Wait,
yes.
you're a Savage fan,
I am a Savage guy, yes.
which is pretty cool because everybody that comes in, my 338 Lapua is actually Savage, and everybody that comes
My
in, they're like,
338 Lapua Savage.
they're like, I don't want Savage. Y'all, you have no idea what Savage can
No.
actually do.
Little known fact, everybody, I like the precision side of rifles. Like, I don't do bullpups. I don't like fully autos that much. I mean, on the precision side of things, or bolt guns, period. The
She's just talking away over there.
Savage 110
T's
is
going shooting with me.
Go
She
ahead.
knows, don't you, T?
the Savage Model 110 is the longest running made bolt action gun, more than the Remington
I
700.
did not know that.
More than the
Hungry.
Winchester Model 70.
Crackers.
Savage has been around for a long time. I can remember when they were generally priced a lot cheaper than everything. People kind of looked down on them for that.
Man, out of the box, a Savage is hard to beat, dude.
I have great luck with Savages.
I agree.
I hate to even throw this term out there. I mean, y'all know me and what I do, but I don't wear this on my shoulder with it, but I went through sniper school with a Savage, and generally people are sitting there talking about I've got to have a Remington 700. I went through guys with $4,000, $5,000 accuracy internationals.
My adopted brother went through with the Remington 700.
And-
He
and
wouldn't
like,
settle for anything.
They didn't
else.
make me look silly, you know.
Well, that's the thing. You know, you can go out there and spend $1 million and buy a Night Force scope, and you can, you know, have the best of everything.
But it's all about how they
Hey,
train.
I've proved that shit. I got a $4,000 freaking Christensen
And
sitting
he
over
can't
there.
hit shit.
And this joker here outshoots the shit out of me with it. Hey, you can ask him every year. Me and Ross go to the sheriff's range or whatever range of the, you know, the what's the range over
The
here?
police range, man. I work for the police
Whatever the
department.
hell it is, I don't know.
You smoking
But-
crack today?
Dude, I always let him shoot my guns first because that lets me know
How shitty he's going
how
to be.
shitty I'm gonna be. You know, So it is what it is. And I'll be honest with you, how your shooting style is going to be different than the next person.
It is.
We shoot 3 inches different every single time. I got a 45-70 Henry that I was hunting with 2 years ago. Dude, we could put down the exact same group, 3 inches apart from each other, and that was on iron sights at 100 yards.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, that gun still is one of my favorite guns ever that I've shot. And I shot plenty of deer with it that year, but man, when it comes to, you know,
The Savages, as far as like deer rifles right now, if somebody's wanting to get into it, I'm a huge fan of the Savage Axis for the price range, and you can grab a Savage Axis and most factory ammos. Now I reload too. I can develop a load for a Savage Axis and have it shooting great, but they shoot great with most.
that's the thing. Out of the box, off the shelf ammo, you can't. It's hard to beat it.
I think I've got 5 of them, unless my wife is watching, in which case I don't.
You
We
ain't-
have one.
What caliber do you prefer? Tell me what you like.
My caliber of choice, and you're gonna know,
He's going
I'm a 300 Win Mag guy. I have a 6.5 Creedmoor. I've got 2 6.5 Creedmoors.
Oh yeah, I sold you your other
One
one.
of
too.
them-
These were my top 2 picks.
One of them was a very special gun. It was I got a Christensen arm, and just let me say that when I got that, I turned into a total gun snob.
Oh, I forgot
Oh,
about that.
time out. Tell them who bought you that Christian.
My wife got it for me, and it was a big ruse. I was working night shift at the time, and she called me and woke me up, and she said, "Hey, I had a flat tire. I'm up
That's
here at
exactly how
Exile.
it went. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
I had a flat tire. I'm up here at Exile.
It was
Can you come
pretty
up here?"
awesome.
So I'd worked the night before.
If you're watching, I also have the flat tire, but meet me at the gun shop for stuff.
So I got up, I threw whatever clothes were on top of the pile, and I
Feel
came
like a
up here.
hobo.
And when I walked in, like the whole gun shop was in on it except me, and the alternative
Like
Even
customers
the
and everything,
customers,
yeah.
it was great.
and I feel like I kind of ruined that for her, and I feel bad because that was a big deal for us. That was for us. That's an expense. I'm a cop. My wife's a teacher. That was expensive. So it was still a great deal.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was so when I walk in, like the whole gun shop's like, and I'm like, hey, let's go change this tire, and she was like, hey, this is yours, and I was like,
It
what?
was the
Like,
sweetest thing.
quit playing. Like, come on, let's go change. I was like, why didn't Zach change his tire? He's a car guy. He's here. He's got tools. I have no tools. I was like, come on, let's go change the tire. And like, I didn't believe her because my wife, she's not about my gun habit. You know, she's not anti-gun. She's just anti me spending money. But when
Trust
she
me,
did
she
that,
is anti-gun.
No, she's not.
She's
No, she's
anti-me.
not. She just don't like Zach.
now with that being said, I don't think I've taken a 300 Win Mag hunting since then.
Really?
They all have their. I use that 6.5. That was my
Oh.
kids were proud of that. My wife was proud of that. I love that gun. I've taken it just all but twice, but it has its place. A 6.5 Creedmoor is not a magic bullet, and I think it is better suited for out west.
Totally agree.
One of the last deer I shot with a 300 Win Mag, I blood trailed at a steady walk.
And that's the problem, man. Is I shot 2 deer with a 308. That Barnes Vortex. You helped me sight the gun in, and dude, both deer
That right there.
on the ground instantly,
300 Win Mag,
no
but yeah.
questions asked. Now the
It's
gun
the
is
same thing I
super
went to
light,
my
so
306.
he'll tell you it's a very violent recoil gun, but it doesn't hit you hard.
No.
It just bounces around. But I don't have to worry about a follow-up shot because the damn thing works. You know what I mean? It just does what it needs
He
to
actually
do.
mentioned me in one of the last videos too. He's the one that said I like the scope, and there's nothing wrong with that scope. It's
He's a
perfectly fine.
pansy and old.
If I mean you can put what, and he's got the ability to go over there and put whatever scope he wants to on it. The scope works fine on it. He wanted to build it for a deer rifle. It works great. It's a Leopold. to
It's
me,
a
Leopold style.
VX3i
It's
3x9x40. It's a great scope. It's just not. It doesn't fit.
Funny story, and people are going to say something that'll be like, he said that 308 was a violent recoiling gun. It's a 308 that's this long. It's got a folding
It's a
stock
full
on it.
carbon fiber 12.5-inch barrel.
We set it up. It's super light, and it really is one of the most violent recoiling rifles I've ever shot.
But it's not violently hitting you. It just bounces
it's
around.
not gonna. A follow-up shot's gonna be tough because
It is.
it's all over the place. But the stock folds. There's a knuckle on the left-hand side of it. So for a right-handed shooter, when I shot it, when I broke the trigger the first time, it busted my lip. And I told him, I said, look.
You know what? I owe you for that 375 H&H.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, like I told him, I said, we're going to have to do something with the scope because if you go to shoot a deer
Yep.
and you're kind of caught up in the moment and you get on this thing can knock a tooth out.
Oh yeah.
So we ended up having to move it.
Very
My teeth
true.
are expensive right
The,
now. We can't do that.
The 6.5 Creedmoor and the debate, if you said you had a lot of viewers out west, we're in Alabama, we're in mountainous country and it's thick.
Our deers are nowhere near the size of y'all's.
Yeah, but
But-
the terrain though is what he's
Yes.
really going after.
If you shoot one and it takes 2 jumps, and it's in a huge briar thicket.
Never gonna find it.
I need a blood trail to find it. If I'm in Colorado or Nebraska or Wyoming and I shoot one, and I know it can be hilly out there, and sometimes it can be mountainous, but if you shoot it and you can watch it on the plains till it expires, you can be like, hey, my deer's right over there.
Yep.
It's a little different.
Dude, you can't see deer. I mean, hell, just my property alone. I mean, the shit's 6 foot high. You catch glimpses of them.
A lot of that, and you're not trying to reinvent the wheel, though. A lot of it has to do with bullet selection. When I bought that first 6.5 Creedmoor for you, it was a target round.
Yep.
And all you could really find was match grade ammo. It was bolt tail, hollow point, stuff like that. After that, it blew up, and other ammunition manufacturers started making stuff, and you can find all kind of deer rounds for it now.
Here's my thing, and here's my problem with 6.5 is a 243 gives you better hunting rounds, and you're talking about 6 to 10 inches of drop difference.
And a 243 is a 6mm bullet. The standard metric conversion of that is a 6mm. A 6.5 is half a millimeter bigger, but it is a long for caliber bullet. You may have generally a 90 to 100 grain bullet with a 243. Where the 6.5 Creedmoor shines, they have high ballistic coefficients for the bullets, which cuts headwind and crosswind better.
Kendall would definitely agree with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So your 243s,
We go to the shooting house and we usually just sit there. Ain't that right, T?
Yes.
the 243 is not going to have as good a ballistic coefficients. The 6.5 Creedmoor is going to fly better. I love a 243.
But here's the ticket: if you're within 200 yards,
It's probably not going to matter that much.
there you go. And that's my problem with 6.5 around here. It's not that I don't like 6.5. I think it just has it has a purpose in a different place. I just don't think it's the best round for around here. To be honest with you, if you break out a damn 30-30 in our area, somewhere around there,
That's a 45-70.
45-70 for the
30-30.
win.
I'm actually on a huge 30-30 kick right now too.
Good.
I can remember back, I'm not trying to get into politics, but back during the Clinton administration when not everybody couldn't buy AR-15s, Ruger Mini 14s jumped up there real quick.
Yep.
I can remember in the early days when I got in law enforcement, early 2000s, we had a law enforcement shooting competition around here one time, and there was 3 classes. You had pistol, shotgun, and they wanted to call it AR-15, but somebody said, hey, look, let's call it patrol rifle or rifle. They said somebody may show up with a 30-30 or something, you know.
Yeah.
And we're not too far removed. We've seen the Westerns, they all carry the 30-30s and stuff. I'm not too far removed in my generation when they did it. And then they started making the tactical 30-30s, and I hate myself that I didn't jump on that sooner.
We'll build you one.
I'm
I'm not building guns anymore.
If my
before
wife
I
is
say that.
watching, we're not going to do that.
We're not gonna do that.
But let me say this now. Now I'm going to throw you into a loop that you're going to hate. All right, ballistic wise.
I know, yes. And that's a 30 caliber bullet too. It is.
It is. And to me,
It's a communist round.
it's not a
It's
communist
communist
round. It is the all around best round. Ballistic wise, it's very similar to 30-30.
It is.
You can put it in your AK, so you can have hunting round. Hey, dang, Ruger American / ARs.
Oh, CZ used to make a 7.62 by 39.
Dude, that was probably one of the most accurate guns on the planet.
There was
that
one
CZ.
that hung right there for a long time
Yes.
and tried to get me to buy it.
That CZ, dude, I'm a huge 7.62 by 39 fan. I
Because he
think,
don't like the recoil.
well, just versatile, man. I mean, you can run it in bolt guns, you can run it in AKs, you can run it in ARs. I got a full auto AR in 7.62 by
Oh, we got
39.
some of those radicals left.
We do have those too. But I mean, I know that he is completely against it not being American round.
Does anybody make a bullpup in 7.62 by 39?
They shouldn't.
I mean, I'm just asking because I don't know, and I'm curious.
Well, how do you feel about 300 blackout?
Not a fan.
Sorry.
And here, I said a minute ago, they all have a purpose. If you're wanting to shoot suppress, that's probably the best caliber to go with.
100% best.
It is a 30 caliber bullet in a 223 round. It's essentially a straight wall case. I mean, it's
Pretty much. Oh, close. I mean, it's neck, but very little.
it is easier to slow that bullet down to a subsonic speed to get out of a can. Now, keep in mind, I'm not the end all know all. These are my opinions.
I'll be honest with you, I debate, and I don't own a 300 blackout at all.
No.
And the reason I don't is because ballistically, they're so close to a 7.62 by 39, there's no reason for me to just swap calibers. But before I bought my 308, you can ask him, I really, really debated going 300 just because my shots are within 200 yards, and I could be ultra quiet. But he shot the one with the dead air, that Nomad. That gun does not ring your ears at all. I mean, it is phenomenal.
You asked about my favorite caliber a while ago. a 5.56 or a 2.23 is not my favorite caliber, but I've got 5 or 6 or 7 of them. And
Yes.
and let me say this for the people in the last couple of years that have bought 5.56s, AR, stuff like that. Bullet selection is key.
Oh no, you got to have a 5.56 green tip. That's what everybody wants.
I mean, it's perfect. Yeah.
We had that.
Green tip for the ones that don't know. Can I open these?
That's not green tip. Do you
should
need
be.
green tip? No, it's not. You
Full
can
metal
check me.
jacket.
Hang on.
You don't
Well,
have
you
to.
don't worry about it.
A green tip is the military M855. It's a they call it light armor piercing, lath rounds. It has a little steel core. If you take a magnet, you can touch to it and it'll pick it up.
But is that really the only round you should buy for your gun?
No, absolutely not.
Thank you.
No.
Everybody rolls in the door and says, I gotta have this. And I'm
Okay.
like, you really don't.
So these are full metal jackets for their 5.56, 62 grain full metal jackets.
Perfect for shooting stop signs in Heflin.
If you no, these are actually illegal to deer hunt with. People that just bought
Correct.
all these guns in well, let me back up. In Alabama, they're illegal to deer hunt with. Our laws say that you have to have a expanding type bullet, a bullet that mushrooms. A full metal jacket doesn't mushroom. And you hear people say all the time, well, if they're good enough for the military uses them, they're good enough for me.
Not
the
true.
military uses them for a totally different reason.
Correct.
This is a more of a round nose. If you can see that, it's got lead exposed on it. This is designed to mushroom. When it hits its target, it mushrooms, it transfers energy from the bullet. You're trying to tear up as much tissue destruction and stuff like that. And not that in law enforcement we're out to kill people. We are out to stop the threat. But if you tear up more tissue, that's what I got to thinking. A 30 caliber bullet versus the 22 caliber bullet out of a 5.56 is moving a little slower, but it's got a little more thump. I'm trying to start a trend. I'm gonna start the tactical 30-30 trend because it's out there.
If you
Miss
seriously
Jennifer,
start
if you're
carrying
watching,
a
he wants a
30-30 on
tactical
duty, I'm
30-30 for whatever
got one in the
holiday
truck
is
right now.
next.
Do you really? That is what's up.
It's not the one I want. I do want to build one. We'll talk about it off camera. But now the 5.56, and there's a ton of varmint bullets out there, and people always say, "Hey, what are you shooting?" No, I'm a ballistic tip. A ballistic tip is a registered trademark to what Nosler. It's a Nosler ballistic tip. That is a bullet designed to do a certain specific function. All other bullets are polymer tipped.
Yes.
They don't do the same. Some of them are designed to rapidly expand and make prairie dogs explode. They won't go through a cherry tomato. When you get done watching this, Google varmint grenade, Barnes varmint grenade, that kind of stuff. They're designed for totally different reasons. Just because it has a polymer tip doesn't mean it's a ballistic tip. You can deer hunt with a ballistic tip.
Yep.
It is not recommended that you deer hunt with a Hornady AMAX, but it is. It's got
What
the red
did I
tip on it.
tell you when I grabbed that Barnes bullet this year? I was scared to death that it was going to ice pick the deer and we would
Yes.
not know.
For the Barnes Vortex, it is an all copper bullet. It is designed to expand.
Nosler to hunt with.
It is designed to expand. It has a core in the bottom. I believe it's scored to help turn into 3 petals. Barnes does a pretty good job of it. Hornady has a similar bullet called a GMX. In my opinion, I don't think Hornady pushes the GMX fast enough to make it expand. I haven't seen that with Barnes. For the ones who are scared that these won't expand, Barnes also makes an LRX. This is a TTSX, tipped triple shock expanding bullet. They make an LRX that is designed for long range. It is made of a little softer copper. For 900 yards with that bullet slowing down, it will still expand. But these do great. I've got some pictures on my phone of what a TTSX will do, but I think it would probably
Well,
get
you
this
saw,
video
I mean,
flagged.
hell, you were there. I was being a little lazy bitch on the first deer, and I think Ross actually field dressed my first deer this year. But I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Yuppie.
This is where you have to, just because your friend shoots something, your neighbor shoots
We're
something.
not pulling the
He's from up
trigger.
north, you know. Every
Is
time
he
he he's
yuppie?
like OHIO and all that.
Fuck
stuff.
you, I'm still a Bama fan. So, but you have to do your homework. And here's the other thing: ammo is extremely hard to get right now. So, if you swap manufacturers and stay on the same grain bullet, he will tell you you're still going to have to re-zero your gun. If
Yes.
you decide to start changing grains, you need to make sure that your gun will even work, because he'll tell you when we go to the range to sight guns in, we take a multitude of different ammos, different grains to find out what the gun likes, because you could pull literally 10 guns off the assembly line. They're going to shoot different rounds just based on how they're put together. You have got to do your homework with your ammunition.
If you're not familiar with what bullet does what, ask when you come up there, and we do. Like when I reload, I will find the bullet that I want for whatever characteristics that I want, whether it be flight, whether it be, terminal ballistics or whatever, and I can develop that gun or that load for that gun.
Literally.
You can
It's
bullet
so
shop
late,
too.
I'm
You can
hungry.
come pick up 10 bucks, and it's expensive. I
That's
get
all
it.
right, T. It's past dinner time. It's past supper
I
time.
like
bitches.
talking about bullets though.
No, he said, "Are you good?"
But
I'm like, I'm
you got to
starving
realize
to
this
death.
dude will literally sit down. He makes 3 at a time,
Yeah.
and he'll
3.
make 20 at a time of those 3, and then literally 3-round groups, 3-round groups, 3-round groups. But
I try to find harmonic nodes in my barrel to see what my. But you can do the same thing by buying it and going and
Correct.
shooting it because, okay, this is a 168 grain ELD match. I'm going to pull it one out in a minute.
and you know what a 168 grain did in my Christensen?
Oh,
It
wait.
fucking sucks.
Time out, y'all. Don't forget, we can ship the ammo.
Yes.
We can. Yes.
If y'all can see this, I don't know if you can. That is a polymer
cannot,
tip
but do you
bullet.
want me to walk it up
It
there
is
so
a
they can see?
ballistic tip. But here's you don't have to. The thing about it is 168 grain bullet. People run out, and especially right now when you may not be able to find whatever ammunition you want, you go up here and be like, I need some 168 grain 308s. Be like, okay, I've got these. Is this what you shoot? It's 168 grain.
It's
It don't matter.
not true.
And that's not true because I could be pushing these 500 feet per second faster than whatever you're shooting.
And the other misconception is too is people will run here and say, "Hey, I need the heaviest grain bullet you got." Well, you might, but at the end of the day, your gun may not like that at all. I mean, 180 grain Remington core lock doesn't do shit for my guns. I mean, I don't think I have a 308 on a planet that shoots those, but I got people that love them. You got to find out what your gun likes. That's one of your favorite.
This is
rounds,
one of my
man.
favorite rounds too, a 22-250. I have 2 of these.
What would
And
you
these-
use that for? Tell me what you'd use that for.
I've got it mostly for target shooting. Out west, they use them to hunt prairie dogs, stuff like that. It is a big varmint round. People shoot coyotes with them. It doesn't tear up the hide.
Yep.
A 22-250 is a 22 caliber round. You can take this bullet, the projectile out. You can load it in that 5.56. It's the same bullet, but this is pushing a lot faster. This is pushing up around 4,000 feet per second.
Do not put the 22-250 in your 5.56,
No,
please.
no.
We
The
get some
projectile only.
characters, y'all. Just the projectile only, please.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
So the thing with these are, number one, because they're moving so fast. If you can find the right ammunition, you can deer hunt with these all day long.
All day long.
Most 22-250 is going. It says right there, varmint ammunition. It's a 55 grain boat tail. It's going to be something.
I want to go prairie dog hunting. That sounds so much fun. Like so much
Well,
fun.
it used to be free because they
Do we
carry.
not have any 25-06 over here?
There's some 25-06 right here. It's
Yeah,
also one of my
Barnes.
favorite
Nah,
calibers.
I knew he was going with that one.
That's what
Dude,
I
there's a
said,
lot
ask
of people that
questions
deer
on
hunt 25-06 around here.
I've got one I've killed several deer with. I love
There
it.
you go.
It was a much more popular caliber out west, I think, for a long time. It's super flat shooting. I can't open this. I don't want to tear it up. I wasn't super familiar with it until I got a good deal on a Savage Axis at Exile Armory, sitting right over there on the used gun rack. Super accurate
Try from
gun.
the other end.
Anyways,
How many people does
Merry
it take to
Christmas.
open a box of ammo?
It's a 25. They call them quarter bores. It's a 25 caliber bullet in a 30-06 case.
They call it what?
Quarter bores.
Why?
.25.
Oh,
what ammo should they get?
Depends on
whatever
what they want
works
to do.
best for their gun.
Several things. What do you want to do, and what works best in my gun?
And those are the questions you need to ask yourself. Rolling into the store and getting a gun based on what your neighbor has or what your friends has, it's not always the right choice for you. And I'll be honest with you, don't be afraid to hold different guns because each gun's going to have a slightly different. It's going to throw up on your shoulder. It's going to have different characteristics that may fit you better than the next gun next to it. But do your homework. Opinions are only as good as what works. You know what I mean?
do.
And I'll be honest with you, a lot of law, and he's in law enforcement. I give law enforcement crap sometimes about guns because they're always like, get a Glock. And I'm like, no, it doesn't always work for everybody. What are you carrying today?
Two of these.
Oh, hell yes.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
So you have a 450 Bushmaster and a 4570. Why would you want? People look at this bullet and that does kind of look like a French fryer deal. People, they're like, oh, that'll kill your shoulder. I have actually never shot a 4570 with a ton of recoil. But
No.
why would you pick one over the other? Like it's the same
What were we-
caliber bullet.
What did I run that? Remington Hog Hammer before Remington went out of
Mhm.
business? That gun shot like a damn 243.
I fall more on the 4570 side of the fence.
A lot of our northerner customers use that, right?
Well, up north they gotta have a
Yeah,
straight case.
You
That's
gotta
what
have
I
a
was
straight
asking.
wall cartridge, but this one you can get in an AR-15 platform versus.
And see, that's where versatility comes into play, because you're like, shit, I can maximize my ammo for different guns.
Same thing with the 350 Legend. Everybody's it's a new hot caliber. People are using it.
For around here, I think it's really good round.
What are some of the state like Illinois, Ohio? You can only use straight wall cartridges or shotguns. So it does have its purpose. You know, you can stick with a lever action 30-30, or you can get an AR-15.
Let me say this for your for the people that just like don't hunt or hunt. You know, we got man, Pelham over here, all that stuff. But man, like that was it Savage? The 220, yeah, Savage. We're on a Savage kick tonight, so Savage is gonna love this video. But man, that 220, a 20 gauge bolt action shotgun,
Absolutely.
Jesus, man, is that gun accurate?
I like their new Impulse, the straight pull. I really like that gun a lot.
I haven't shot one yet. I guess I need to. What you got there?
I want to throw this out there too. We're talking about the bullets a minute ago, and especially the 6.5 Creedmoor OTM open tip match. People see this and they say, okay, that's a hollow point. Hollow points generally are designed to expand on impact and do what we were talking about a minute ago, tear up tissue.
That's right.
This is not a true hollow point. This is designed for flight characteristics. It is designed to keep an overall high ballistic coefficient, so you got length, keep weight towards the back. But this is essentially
golf ball effect.
It's called the golf ball effect. Wind packs it.
Yep.
But this will not. It will deform, but it doesn't mushroom. You'd have to ask a game warden. In my opinion, I think these would be considered illegal to hunt with in Alabama because they are not mushroom.
Find out.
Here's the true fact of it is, if you're going hunting, the last thing you want to do is walk 3 miles through the woods trying to find a deer. It's just not. It's not fun.
No.
I mean, so again, do your homework. Make sure we find the right bullet that's going to drop the deer for you in your effective range, and it works with your gun. What is it, 338? And we are pushing our time frame right here. I don't know if we've ever gone this long.
I could go longer.
You cannot handle that.
I've got one.
Well, you still can't handle it.
Unless my wife is watching, in which case I don't. And I'm going to throw that out there. For those of y'all that don't know, the ones at the store know my wife stays on me all the time about guns.
It's a running joke, y'all. He's not serious.
He might be.
Like my husband with my drinking. He is okay.
This is one of I can't afford to shoot it as much as I want. And to tell you the truth,
I love mine.
I can't find a place to shoot. You get tired of shooting this.
Somewhere in Tennessee or Georgia has a 1,200 yard range.
Hold up. If you didn't do anything about 2 o'clock, we'll shut down 431 and shoot down 431.
Yes.
We'll talk about it off
Let's
camera.
go.
That's it.
Hold on, 431 over here. Not
no, we're going to Evelyn.
Can
I go in there one day and just stir up a bunch of shit?
Huh? No.
Please take him to jail for just the weekend when there's nobody to get him out.
It gets old shooting these at 100 yards. Especially, I mean, these are a little more expensive comparatively to some of the others. I want to stretch it out. It is I love it. I've got a Savage 330 at Lapua.
Will they let us shoot it down to CMP?
Yes, they will. Call and
I haven't been down to CMP. I
every time I call, they say that I can bring it, not the 50.
We need to go down there on Sunday
yes.
and actually see how shitty I am as a shooter. So,
I don't know. I don't want to run you over on your time. I like to talk about bullets. For the ones that have bought guns in the last couple of years, do a little bit of homework. Everybody's got one of these now. Type it in, Google it, find out if you're hunting, if you want self-defense ammo, if you want something. You don't want to get this to go to the range and shoot. This is a lot more expensive than a full metal jacket.
I have made that mistake many a time.
This is the stuff you want to take and waste.
But when you're zeroing your scope, you have no choice but to shoot that, because if you go out there and sight your gun on an FMJs, it ain't gonna shoot the same.
No.
With your hunt round.
Check what you're running in your mags.
Correct.
Or y'all, because I made that mistake 3 times that I know of. You waste the hollow point. You don't need 3 mags of that.
Likewise, you were talking about the 300 blackout a while ago. I've seen several things on Facebook here lately. Somebody trying to run a 5.56 through a 300 blackout, and it'll fire form the case.
I have a 300 blackout back there that they tried to run through a 5.56, and it is so cool because it takes a 30 cal bullet and swedges it down to about 1.25 inches, and it makes a new 22 bullet and destroys your gun. So don't do that, man. It's just gun safety, and it's just, you know, if you enjoy shooting, learn about it. I mean, it really comes down to just spend the time. You learn to drive because you wanted to. Learn about ammunition. You know, it's not saying that one is better or worse. It's just what's effective for you and what you're trying to do. What else y'all want to talk about?
I don't know.
Since Ross will be here all night long, and y'all are
I'll do it. Please have me back.
Oh, you're coming back. Well, we still got to get into pistols. We still got to get into 22s and 17 HMRs. This is just a basic overview of some hunt rounds and what you need to do and not do. But other than that, we were going to talk about a bunch more, but Ross took up all of our time. So
sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
fucking with you,
I
man.
don't mind. It's okay.
So, what you got for me? Since
What are we gonna talk about
I don't know if
next
you could have talked any more in this video or not.
Wait. What topic do we want to have next week?
I don't know, but I've never in my fucking life been deer hunting.
We need to fix that.
You just hunt
You
the
can
one
come with
pointers,
me.
right?
I'm more fun than them.
Literally,
I got you, T.
literally-
We got you. Me and
Literally-
Haley got you.
Kendall only hunts one pointers.
Yes.
That's all I got to say.
Hey.
Ross ain't got shit to say right now. He's like, I'm done.
Ross is
I'm
probably
Like I feel bad. I feel bad because I've talked a lot during this.
No,
I feel like
That's
I may
what
have,
you were here
Yeah.
for.
I may have
Duh.
stole her thunder with the purses, and I've heard her threaten to cut people before. So it kind of.
Oh damn, we forgot Sheila.
Man,
We're gonna introduce Sheila next week, y'all. Also,
You say that like every week.
I
We're
know.
probably not gonna
Don't
do
forget
that.
Sheila, T.
Hopefully this
what do
week
we
we can
want
learn
to-
to shut the fucking video off instead of looking like a bunch of dumbasses.
Did we do that again last week? I forgot to
I
check.
don't know.
Probably
I'm afraid
did.
to even
We
look.
We did. That is
And you
us
like
in
you see
all of our
Haley's
glory.
finger come over the screen and shit, dude. It's hilarious, man.
What do we want to do? Do we want to let them choose what we do next week?
Hey, I've been sending
Y'all-
off shirts, so if y'all ain't giving us shirt sizes, you're missing
Oh,
out.
y'all get. Wait, when are we posting the video? Sunday?
Sundays.
I really hope to see all y'all Saturday for my birthday. I really do. Y'all have no idea how excited I get when I see everybody come in, especially from different areas. So let me know when you come in. I'm here every day of the week. Let me know when you come in, where you're here from. I'm fixing to start a what is that thing? A pegboard with pictures for all of our out of state
Pin the tail on the
customers.
jackass.
Yes, I am
Oh.
winning at this. Yes, move.
Also, before we stop, I've been talking crap to Amber that this will be the most popular video because I'm in it. So
He has to beat me, y'all.
All right.
Go view my video. My video, not Ross. Don't pay him no mind. My
Listen.
videos. Let us win.
Dude, honestly, if we haven't told you, thank you for what you do
Yes.
out there because, I mean, seriously, I know you're keeping
Thank you,
Cleveland
buddy.
County so much better
Yep.
than it was before, so.
Y'all, in those comments, let us know what you want to talk about not last week. Next week, we're going to go, me and T go over there. Yeah, Ross supposed to come back. Y'all let us know how you liked it. Let us know what you want to see next week. Me and T make little notes every day. So we will
Kendall
see y'all
killed it
again
this
next
week. I'm not going to lie. She killed it.
Listen, I
You-
actually asked to set this one out, and
You get the
Zach
gold,
said
you get the
no.
Golden Boner Award.
Oh, we have that.
Why did you turn red?
Look at him.
Instantly
Look at
turned red. So,
you weren't supposed to do it.
I know. It's all good. Y'all have a good day. If y'all need anything, holler at us.